Hello, good evening. It's pretty blurry, and also I see the like a fluorescent light, like kind of, but maybe try. Do you think you can see okay? It's been 2 days, I think. Hello. It's that kind of blurry. Okay, now it's little focus. How are you? It's 13th of Friday. Hi, Maika-san. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. It's all of a sudden it's really warm, and I just got back from the dog walk, walking my dog. It's sweating. This morning I was wearing heavy jacket, but this evening everybody's wearing tank top or t-shirt. It's totally different. It's like a no spring. It's all of a sudden it's summer. But I just stopping by Sakura Park, but I still don't see the cherry blossom. But if it stay this high temperature tomorrow and Sunday, maybe Sakura will be ready to scope. I thought it's already ready, but it's not. New York weather is always crazy. So, what are you doing? It's Friday night, everybody's going out. I normally don't have a time to do Friday scope, but I normally talking to calling to Japan. But tonight I still have a little time. So okay, I was gonna do the name of the shot. I just did the same thing in Japanese scope 2 days ago, I think. So this is the shot. Do you know what this shot? Okay, sorry, my tripod is fell. Hold on a second. This shot will be, what's going on? How I can do this? I see something strange things. If I close X, okay. Hi, Pikachu-san. I was gonna do like a mini quiz. Yay, Koi-san. It's all of a sudden 72 degrees. It's like 15 or 18 Celsius. It's maybe more than that because everybody's wearing tank top or t-shirt. This morning is like 52. It's like a 5 or 6 degrees, but right now outside is like 15 or maybe 18. I don't think it's 20, but very warm outside. I just got back from like walking my dog at the park. I'm sweating right now. That's so strange because this morning was kind of chilly. Okay, do you know what this called, this shot? Like a full body in the frame? Should I start from, maybe I should start from the, I don't think I can do the extreme long shot. Do you know the scene or frame name extreme long shot? It's like a person or people would be so tiny in the frame. But normally cinema is like a horizontal, but this is vertical. It's hard to say. It's extreme long shot. Yeah, you still have a minus degree. You don't know. Okay, that's probably the film term of the word. So extreme long shot would be the person, it would be, here's a little flag. If it's Koi-san like this, maybe extreme long shot would be Koi-san would be this big. So it's like a really long. This would be long shot. The extreme long shot would be the more like a much smaller. the body size. So if I say this is a long shot, then this would be full figure or medium long shot. But this is so interesting because the American way and Japanese way is like very similar, using very similar English, but a totally different name. Maybe they feel skinnier. That's right? Because Koi-san doesn't have a leg, so it's hard to see its full shot, but it's gonna like that, right? The medium shot would be like this size. But in Japanese, but they're still using English, they call the bust shot. Bust means, you know, the woman's bust, right? I don't know why they call the bust shot, because maybe from the bust to the top of the head, they call the bust shot. Sometimes we call the head shot because the head is all the center. You know, the bust. Yeah. The American cinema, I didn't, even though I was in the film industry for a long time, but I never used the term of the word cowboy shot. But when I was research about the name of the shot, this call would be cowboy shot, because the cowboy shot would be similar to the Japanese bust shot, but not from the bust, like from the waist area to showing the gun and holster. That's the cowboy shot. Probably most of the film director and using that kind of shot often, especially for the cowboy, like a Western movie. That's why they named the shot for the cowboy shot. But I never heard of it until 2 days ago when I do the name of the scene shot in Japanese. Then here's a close-up. Close-up is normally like a capturing whole face. Because when you scope in someone, and we don't do extreme close-up. Yeah, cowboy shot. Yeah, that's why Back to the Future 3. That's why I thought that's interesting, because they did a cowboy shot. It's like this way. Then if they have a gun holster around waist, then showing the gun over here. Then arm would be not. The hands would be reaching to the holster. They definitely did the cowboy shot. Yeah, this is like capturing a whole face would be the close-up. But the film industry, they do really close-up, right? That's called extreme close-up. Then they did like more close-up. Sometimes they're capturing only eyes like this. But most of the scoper don't do that, right? But the film industry, they sometimes capture only one eye or two eyes. That's called eye line or eye shot. That's interesting. I never go close to Koi-san's face this much. That's the name of the shot in American. Should I do Japanese? Oh, Japanese say called a big close-up. They don't use the word extreme. Probably extreme is a little difficult to understand by everyone. Right. Or something kind of scary movie, like showing the eye movement. It's some scary thing is closing up, then they capture the eye. One thing I remember, the eye shot is Legend, I think, the name of the There's lots of scary movie using eye shot. Or sci-fi movie. That's a very basic shot. Okay, Japanese say big close-up. They don't say eye shot. There's no word eye shot. Big close-up, and close-up is the same, capturing face. Sometimes cut off the face. I mean the head, the top of the head, just like only capturing face. Then up shot would be like this much. Hi Kazuki-san. I'm teaching or sharing the name of the scene, not scene, name of the frame. It's like a film school things. Do you know what do you call this fast shot? Oh, I already say that. They say full shot, full body, full figure, and full shot. That's so confusing. That's the very basic one. Do you know any other thing? That's the basic, and if you know that kind of shot, and that would be useful. And there's a recording film is like a two-way. It's one is like a recording like a full, that's called A roll, like alphabet A. It's like you know, if someone is playing piano and they're capturing entire piano concert, then maybe someone else, we call the second camera, and second camera should be capturing the close-up shot, but that would be so difficult because when you're doing event, because you can't climb up to the stage until they are famous people. If you want to do your kids, you just use the zoom lens to capturing close-up. That's a big difference from professional or amateur videography. I think I missed your comment. Sorry. Then there's a lot of like angle shot, but if you started to like learn or using angle shot, is get more complicated, and I normally don't teach or share the angle shot for the very beginner film people, because that's going to get confused and it's harder to tell the story. The angle means like lower angle is like going to be like this, right, from the bottom. Then if you from the top, it's gonna go like that. Then also the side. It's get more really complicated. But when you become a professional, or you know what's the mean about the scene or angle, then nicely compose and edit, that would be a very interesting shot. But for beginner, I won't recommend to use angle shot. Get confused for the viewer, by the viewer. Oh, because of the selfie, right? Because selfie is they're holding one side of the hand, so it should be angle. Side would be okay, it's like a good like this, but an angle side shot would be a little difficult. But because of the selfie stick, is they already have angle, because they all normally put on it's like a raising hand type of things. Because of the stick, because if they're holding straight, it's gonna hit someone someone walking by, so that's why they have to pull the pole to the really high, then shooting from angle, like from top to them. So that's the different story. And also the point of view, that's the film term of the word, is if we shooting something like a camera would be there some person's eye, then capturing some sort of like a story. So if they're, you know, if it's Koi-san is cowboy and he tried to reaching his hand to the gun, there's no gun though, but if gun is over here, it's gonna close up to the hand and gun instead of the face or something. That's a big difference from film and a regular like a videography. There's a lot of things to learn. But try to be simple to start. Because Snow Video is teaching not the film editing or film shooting. We just, you know, teaching crafting story and then added to some videography or photo to explain about the story. Are you using video or photo? Some people don't like the video because it's difficult and it's harder to capture in not a big moment and a good moment. So when they're creating video, they're still using photo it's like a slideshow type of video. I think that's okay too. Because there's a feature called the Ken Burns. The person who is started like kind of using picture to more like a movement. It's like closing up to the one feet. The photo to looks like motion picture. The Ken Burns feature is most of the video app has a Ken Burns feature. I think he used that technique, and when they did a documentary of the war movie, because they didn't have lots of like video footage, and they have to use the picture as one of the footage as a footage. That's why they created the like a movement of the picture. It's hard to explain, but Ken Burns is like you can change all of that different type of movement. It's like zoom in, zoom out, or moving right to left. Okay. You don't know? You don't have to know everything. But one thing, and I always teach to the beginner, is don't move the camera. Because I did same thing when I started to shooting video. It's like if I wanted to capture Koi-san, I keep like moving like this, even though Koi-san itself is moving. But Koi-san is puppet. He doesn't move by himself. But if you capturing human being or kids or even adults, and they're moving constantly, so you just hold the camera, then capture the movement. But at the beginner, people always like moving the camera like so much, so that's kind of showing unprofessional movement. That's the one tips, and otherwise, and you just capture. Pan is different. Do you know the pan is like a moving like slowly to right to left, go like that. Because of the portrait mode, like a vertical movie, we have only very narrow left to right. So if it's harder to capturing whole building or a car or a store or something, so moving a little bit slightly move to the right or left would be very helpful to showing something to your viewers. Otherwise, it cut off everything. It's like you don't see there's a plant over here, right? Oh, this one is like a stabilizer. I don't have a iPhone over here, so that's why it's hard to show because I'm using iPhone 6. Yeah, these are really cool, and we can hold this, then and moving to the camera is very steady. That's called a smooth cue. This is a most reasonable not Steadicam, and stabilizer, because when stabilizer came out, most of the stabilizer was cost like 300 to 500. So I really wanted, but I couldn't afford that much, and also but there's only a few little features. I wasn't sure I need that for, and also most of the stabilizer for the GoPro. But now it's so many companies making stabilizer. Some people call the gimbal, and this is a kind of compact version. But some other company, or when you go to the Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and there's a lot of indie maker and making smaller stabilizer and foldable. Very interesting. But I really like this smooth cue. Still kind of big if I hold in and scoping something. Everybody's still looking at me, even in United States. And also, if I use this, here's a battery inside. So if the iPhone is the battery is getting low, and I can charge from here. So if I'm charging and then also using microphone, everything, so there's a 2 cord hanging from this stabilizer, so that's why it's kind of, and obviously I'm not, it's harder to shooting without showing a lot of stuff. That's why people notice I am shooting something. Anyway, I think that's it for the frame name. I think I did the shot name. Yeah, 1, 2. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shot name in America, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 is missing in Japanese. Oh, cowboy shot, right? Cowboy shot. And medium close-up. But no one is teaching portrait filming yet, so probably they still don't know how to frame it, because it's totally different type of framing. I'm still figuring too, because it's so different shooting this side and horizontal. So when you record a video, do you do horizontally or vertically? Why it's so blinking, this fluorescent light? Cowboy shot. Do you do eye shot? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the thing, because people don't shoot like a side away anymore. But when I took the first time, when I took the video class first time, like 2 and 3 years ago, not do like a professional, like a kind of meetup things, the teacher like showing us, we should not shoot anything is vertical. Then he picked the video. It's showing if we shoot in vertical and the film, movie theater should be longer or something, like kind of like making funny, like making joke about it. But now it's everybody's shooting video vertical, and even Toyota or like a big name of the brand and the company is started to shooting vertical and try to shooting like a amateuristic, but that's really funny though. Because all professional people and trying to make the video looks like a social media type of video, but they're all professional, looks so fake, but they're trying to. That's right. That's what I figured, because when we started it, we used to use the sideaway video. Then when we uploaded, first, I think it's like 2015 or early 2016, they didn't support for like a horizontal videos, but middle of the 2016 they supported. But when you landing on the Instagram page, everything is showing square. So if you don't see unless you click on the video, so that was not fun. And also they supported only 1 minute, so weird. Now still 19 seconds, I think. I don't know what's the. And also last time I was trying to upload the vertical video, but they cut off like a square. I don't know why. Even though Instagram story is like a vertical video, but when I uploaded the vertical video into the Instagram homepage, but they cut off. They changed the shape to square. Oops. 15 seconds for the story. Oh, that's the reason why when I uploaded, I think more than 6 photos, it was like moving so fast. I added the text, but I couldn't even read because so fast to like scrolling to the next photo. I didn't know that it's only 15 seconds. And also, making story was so pain because I didn't know I have to use the 2 hand to pull. And do you know what I'm trying to say? I was like using 1 finger to pull down, but I have to use a 2 finger. Six seconds? Oh, okay. That's getting difficult. Like a photo business owner, it's harder to use Instagram because Instagram is only available for the phone and we can't upload anything from computer. And also we can schedule the post So that's paying for the business owner. We used to do like 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. to do Instagram. It's kind of a quiet night. Okay, it's dinner time, or you finished dinner? Watch TV. No, watch Periscope. I'll watch another channel of the Periscope. Oh, Kazuki-san was gone. Maybe buy research or find another TV channel. Maybe I should. I think tomorrow is a really nice day. Maybe I'll go out to. It's playing game. Oh, nice. Enjoy playing game, and Friday night 13 Jason Friday night. Yeah, okay, I will. I'll try this weekend outside. Maybe I'll go Sakura Park. I know the Central Park has a cherry blossom. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you have fun. Okay, stay sober. Don't drink too much. Bye. Peace.